trust you. Once you trust you, you're good to go. And it's going to be very hard for people to affect you.
Once everyone realizes that is the most freedom that you will feel, then it like pushes out the walls. It shatters the ceiling. It drops the floor, and you have it all.
Literally.
You just have to get there and realize that this is me. I'm okay with who I am. I have confidence in who I am, and I'm going to walk through the world in that fashion.
My brother used to always be like, whenever our grandmother would come visit, be like, oh, Kevin, where we? He's like, damn, I gained weight.
I gained weight tonight.
Shoot. That's exactly what that means. Because they love,
Like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to Through with a Splash of Tea, a podcast where we either speak to brilliant people or have best friend chats with my best friend, T. I'm your host, Cass, and let's get right into it. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we're joined by Tamar. Yay! Tamar is a friend of mine who I actually got to meet through my sister. And like I know I haven't known Tamar my entire life, but I can't remember a time where I haven't known Tamar, if that makes sense. So before we get into today's conversation, like actual topic, we just discussed briefly, but I need you to let the world know because this is amazing. So we're gonna talk about what you do for a little bit. We're gonna talk about the company you work for, and honestly, no, you tell us exactly what you do, Tamar. What do you spend your days doing for work?
So I'm a business community liaison for Savita. We have about 3 centers under us. These centers are adult day programs. So pretty much you can pretty much take care of your elderly parents or aunts or uncles throughout the day. And so that way, like, children can focus on their work or focus on their kids. And we pick them up through transportation. And they'll spend the day. It'll start with like prayers, activities. We'll give them breakfast. And they're through the culture. So we have 2 Haitian centers and 1 Cape Verdean center.
And where are these centers located?
In Dorchester. Yeah, they're in Dorchester. So everything is, tailored towards that. So our activities, everything's in Haitian Creole. The food is Haitian, like everything. We try to tailor so that way they feel more comfortable. And same thing for the Cape Verdean that we have.
So how does somebody qualify, or if somebody has an elderly parent or that they want to look into this, where do they start? Where do they go? Like, how do they know if they're qualified, or is there a qualification?
So if you have Mass Health Standard, you automatically qualify. So what we usually do, because that's my job, what I do is I bring everyone in, pretty much the clients and the participants, we call them in. So, what we'll need is so I'll go through like their insurance with you. I will give you a tour, and then we start the paperwork, which is like getting release of medical documents, just to make sure you're medically healthy, and also so we can know what's going on. So when you're in our center, we know what meds to give you, or to make sure, like if we got to check your blood pressure, even doctor appointments. If you have doctor appointments within the time that we have you, we'll even take you to your doctor appointment, regardless where it is in Boston. So it's a really great program. I think it's just a lot of people just don't know about it. I know one thing for our Haitian culture, the minute they don't know, they're not going to fool you the tit. I don't know, you know what I mean?
I just don't know.
So I'm like the little trust button. Yeah. I come out and I'm like, no, this is a really good program. There's nothing weird or scammy about it. Like, this really exists. It's all through insurance. And you can choose between it's Monday through Friday. So you can choose between doing 1 day a week or 5 days a week. So love.
So what type of activities do you guys offer, or do you guys do with the members?
Oh, there's so many. Throughout the winter, it's a little bit more inside activities, but we've gone on field trips. We take them to the park. We take them to the beach. We've gone to the stores with them. We've taken them to salons, to barbers. Because, it's so... The elderly that we have, especially our Haitian people, they worked really hard. So we try to take care of them because they deserve it. They méritent. They work so hard. So we try to tailor it towards our culture, of course. But we're just trying to make it so they can, especially the last days of their lives, just, because it's not good for them to be in their house. I know a lot of times, especially with our culture, we feel like it's our responsibility to take care of our parents. So no nursing home. No nursing home.
Yes, you have to live with me.
No long-term facility. No. So with that, we support that. We respect that. And we just say, okay, but throughout the day, while you're at work, don't leave your mama and papa at home. You know what I mean? Even if they have food and stuff, but it's not good. It's not healthy, especially right now mentally. It's very tough mentally right now in this system. So it's good for them to be out there. Oh, they'll be dancing. Oh, music. By the way, music from the time you get to the door, not even from the parking lot, you can hear it. Yes. Music all day. And you'll just see them get up and start dancing, and it's a really good atmosphere. Every time I go there, I'm happy.
Oh my goodness. Love.
I have the choice of like working at home all week, but I'll go into the center like 3 days a week just because just everything, the ambiance, everything just feels good.
Oh my goodness.
And I love elderly people. I know my friends get mad at me because I say I can't wait to be a grandmother.
Why can't you wait to be a grandmother, Tamar?
Because I love mine. So I just can't wait to be her.
That is so nice. Oh my gosh.
And they're like, who says that? I'm like, I know. I just love, those are my kids and elderly. Like, those are my hearts. Yeah, I will fight you. Yeah. Like, don't mess with me.
What's in between?
Yeah, we can take care of ourselves. We good. We got this. But them right there, they're too vulnerable. Yeah. They don't, oh my goodness. And they're so cute. And even when I get there, they like, first of all, everyone thinks I'm 25, which I'm like,
yes. Wait, aren't you?
Stop it. No, I honestly, it's weird because I guess as a female, like we always want to be younger. I'm very proud to be 38. Okay. I love being 38.
I seldomly find women like that. And it's so strange to me because I cannot wait to be in my 40s I just hit 30. So I was really excited for 30. But like, I'm excited to like be 30. But like 40s, 50s, 60s? Like I cannot wait.
I worked really hard to get to 38. Yes. So I don't want anyone taking any of that out.
Yes,
don't be taking some of my years out. No. I worked very hard to get here. It's a lot to get here. So I want the full 38. Yes. So so they'll see me at the center and be like, oh, kade Tifia, she's so cute. Oh, kade malanga vinwe Tifisa. I'm like, oh god. I'm like, me. It's me. And she's like touching my face. Oh, kade Tifia. They're just so cute. They're so cute. Yes. And I love how they have no filter.
So honest. Both of those groups, children and elderly?
Literally.
Like, will humble you without you even... I didn't ask Grandma whether I've gained 15 pounds or not. I didn't ask you, but thanks for letting me know.
My brother used to always be like, whenever our grandmother would come visit, be like, oh, Kevin, where we? He's like, damn, I gained weight.
I gained weight tonight.
Shoot. That's exactly what that means. Because they love,
Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah. My kids are skinny, so I get everything. Like, people just look to me on the side, oh,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
My kids are not starving. I promise you they're not starving. They're just not over, like.
I can tell you my grocery bill. Believe me, they're not.
They are eating.
They're eating. I was like, they're just active. That's it. I'm sorry. I don't have any fat babies. I'm sorry.
But I do love a fat baby. I love turkeys. I love turkey babies.
I do. I have like my heart just honestly just goes out to them every time.
Like the wobbling, like pandas. Like, don't really know what's going on, rolling. Like, I like that. Squishy. I like that.
Don't really know what's going on.
Yeah, like, what is this? What's going on? I don't know. All right. There was one more question I wanted to ask about your job before we go into the topic. And that question was, okay, so there are 2 Haitian centers and 1 Cape Verdean center. Mm-hmm. But if somebody isn't Cape Verdean,
we can take anyone.
Okay.
We do have a couple people who are American and don't speak Haitian Creole, and they love it there. They love the ambiance. They love everything in there. So definitely, we do tailor towards the Haitian community, but we have a bunch of different participants, and then we have a lot of centers too. So we have over 40 centers.
And say the name of the...
Savita. But the names of the actual centers is Kaipam, Saint Bellevue, and then the other one is just CB.
Okay, perfect. And then I will... Well, you guys will see the editing. Y'all know how I edit. One last thing about this. How do people connect with you? If somebody's listening to this and interested, like, how do they like, hey, I want more.
Oh, I actually have a business page that I just opened up. I have one for Kaipam. I'm doing one for Saint Bellevue, and I have a personal one that I have that's under Tamar Values.
Perfect. Pages on socials.
Yeah, Instagram.
Perfect. Yeah. So I will link like I said, y'all know what I do. So they'll get all that information. All right. Is there anything else you want to let the world? I love what you do.
I love what I do.
How long have you been there?
You recently started. 2 months.
And you love it.
I love it.
Do you feel like you're like helping people?
I do. And I'm just getting to know so many people too. I went to like the 5th annual leadership gala for Haitians. Yeah.
It
was gorgeous. It was at Marriott Quincy Hotel. It was beautiful. We have such a beautiful culture, beautiful nation. Like just everyone was just complimenting each other, and it was just love, love, love the whole time. It was basically honoring those that are 45 and under, what they've done for the Haitian community. It was beautiful. I remember my brother. My brother was my date.
Yeah. Wait, how did you get invited to that? Or did you buy tickets?
I bought tickets. My company actually bought tickets because I'll go to events to pretty much advertise the adult day programs.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love that, Tamar. Oh my gosh. Yes. Okay. Well, you guys have to give her your grandparents and all those people because they're having fun with them. So you might as well. Oh my gosh.
Let's do it.
Let's do it for sure. Okay. So let's hop into today's topic.
Yes.
And so today I want to talk about the relationship between friends and your spouse. So if you're married, how appropriate is it, or how close can your friends be to your spouse, or can they have a friendship, or is it like a no friend zone, or what happens there? And the reason that I want to have this conversation is because, like I told you before, I've had this conversation with a few different people, and they've given me great perspectives, and I'm like, dang, I don't know where I stand. So on one side, I've had friends that are like, I've seen a lot of situations where, let's just take a female. Like a female has allowed one of her girlfriends to be too comfortable around her spouse, and that's led to something. That's led to cheating. That's led to, them stepping out of the relationship. So like, I'm never going to put myself in a position where I'm allowing anybody to be in a space with my spouse for too long, or something that could lead to something else. I don't even want to step into that. And then on the flip side, I have friends that are like, I should be comfortable with anybody being sleeping in the same bed as my spouse, back to back. Like I'm okay with that. Like that. Yeah. My trust runs that deep, runs that heavy. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, dang, like I'm so big on trust and loyalty. Like I do trust, like I trust some of my friends with my life, like, but then on the flip side, why are you on the other side? I understand. Why am I ever putting anybody, my spouse who I love so much, in a position to even want to step out, or to even, like too closely to a friend of mine, or too. So I'm just like, I don't know. And I want to see what's in your brain, or if you've thought about that, or I don't know.
Oh, I definitely have. Okay. Because I'm close to some of my friends' spouses. Mm-hmm. So here's my thing. Like, we all have our social circles, and that's your social circle. Pretty much, when you have a bunch of married friends and you're married as well. And I feel like, because to me, like, I could, if I have an issue with, okay, I'm divorced. So if I was married, yes. Or at the time that I was, it's hard to speak to your siblings about issues within your marriage with your spouse, because I feel like unfortunately, there's an emotional connection. So they're going to hold on to it even when you're over it. Yes. And it taints it a little bit, their relationship, because there's just too much emotion being involved. But at the same time, a lot of times, even though we love our girlfriends, we need a man's perspective. And who else would that be?
That's true.
Some guy on the street?
That's very true.
You know what I mean? Like, especially if I like your guys' relationship. And then on top of that too, for me to feel like, and it's vice versa. If my girl's having issues or she's upset, like there was one situation where one of my girls, her and her husband got into an argument, whatever, and we were supposed to go somewhere, and he was like, I'm not going. I called him up. I said, what do you mean you ain't going?
What are you talking about?
You better get your clothes on. Let's go. Why was I able to do that? Yeah. If I was just her friend, I don't think I would be able to do that. But because I'm also his friend, he was like, whatever. She'd be acting up. I'll go, whatever. Okay, but that's because I had that relationship. If I didn't have that, I don't know.
Say, why is his friend able to make him leave or make him like enjoy the night when his wife, when it was the conversation with his wife and he's like, I'm not doing it. And then Tamar called his friend and she was like, what are you doing? Like, yeah, you are doing it. And then he decided to step out. So somebody could say like, why are you listening to your female friend over your wife and take that perspective, which is fair. But on the flip side, sometimes your friends can make you do things that your spouses can't because they give you a different perspective, which is what you did.
Yeah.
You get the perspective of a friend.
Yeah. And I feel like because in a relationship, there's so many little things, you know what I mean? Sometimes it'll be, I don't know, pettiness, annoyance. Yes. Just a little bit. Yeah, because it's your person, you know what I mean? So there's so many things underlying that. Whereas a friend is like, yo, relax, chill. Come on. Y'all know we barely go out. We got kids. Please don't do this. The reason I'm going is because y'all going. Please don't do this to me. You're hurting the both of us. I need to get out this house. And then you can kind of laugh about it. And you know what I mean? Like it becomes, but I feel like I said, if I did not have that relationship, if I was just her friend, I don't think it would have been, it'd be like, oh, why the hell is she calling? You know what I mean? It would have been more like that. Like, oh, no. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I feel like you need to build it with both of them. And like I said, this is your social circle. You know what I mean? Like, who else? You know what I mean? Am I going to talk to? Like, yes, we do have family and that's great. But at the same time, just hearing a guy's, because sometimes, you know, we do a lot. And sometimes we need another person to be like, nah, Tamar, you wrong for that. That's a little, come on now. Don't be doing that. That's a little bit too much. You know, whereas the girl, she may be like, no, I feel like she did it right. I would have done the same thing. You know what I mean? So I feel like with everything, you need to have a man's perspective. And I feel like, unfortunately, and that's what makes it better, the fact that you are not that close, like in the sense of how your brother is, and there's no emotional, so that way he can answer you more like, how would I say it, just like just on a realness. There's no like, oh, I'm only for you and how you do things. Like, you know what I mean?
So
yeah,
at the end of the day, like I have her back no matter what, you know?
But I do feel like it needs to be both. I feel like it needs to be both. Like, I need him to also be my, like, future husband's friend. Like, I don't want where he's my friend, but he's not my husband's friend. Okay. That I don't agree.
Okay. Yeah. So the friend of both of you. Like, your husband as well as you. But what if him and your husband don't mesh?
Then I don't know if he wouldn't be the person that I would talk to about anything. Like, he wouldn't be that close friend, no. The reason I have some friends right now where we're very close and he's just as close to them. Yeah. Yeah. At the time we were like, they were both our best friends. You know what I mean?
And same thing vice versa. So what is it? What would be vice versa? Your girlfriends his girlfriends would be your friend as well. Or his female friends would be your friend. Right?
I don't know. Well, for me personally, and when I was married, he didn't really have any. I guess we kind of built friends together.
Which happens a lot.
So, so there was not really anyone from back where I would say that, we kind of build couples together. And our friends pretty much, some of our friends got married to each other. So it just kind of created like a whole, where we, like a group. Yeah. So, yeah, I would say probably like that. Does that make any sense?
That does. Okay, so what about like physical space? Are you comfortable with are there boundaries in regards to your friends or your just people that you love in general, your friends, family, whatever? Females that you love in general being in a physical space with your future husband. Is there boundaries created there or no? Because those people that your friends, you've known them forever. They're like your family already. So I don't even have to worry. That wouldn't cross my mind. Or it would cross my mind because a man is a man and we are animals at the end of the day. And, you know, like, I don't know. What about that?
I feel like the way I grew up has a lot to do with it. Okay. I have a very affectionate family. So we don't tailor affection towards sex or, you know what I mean? It's just affection. It has nothing to do with being attracted to the person. Like, it's just affection. That's just how we grew up. When I was really younger, my brother almost passed away and that like made us super, super strong. where I like when I see my brother, I embrace him. I give him a hug. He gives me a kiss in the cheek. Like he will come around and put his hand around me. He'll give me a random kiss. He'll tell me I look beautiful. Like that's the kind of relationship I have with my siblings. So with physical, at the end of the day, you do have to respect how the other person feels, regardless of how I grew up. But at the same time, like if I'm talking to your husband and I like tap him on the shoulder, like you're an idiot, that's what it is. There's nothing else to it. That's what it is because he said something. There's nothing else happening here. So, but at the same time, you do. It's a balance because at the end of the day, you got to see how that person feels because you don't know how they grew up. Right. What if because there are some people in their situation, all of their friends cheated with their husbands. So now it's just like they're very precautious of it. So it really is a balance and you got to know that friend and see how that friend is around you. If they give you any signs or any like weirdness when you are talking to their spouse or if when you're talking to their spouse and they pass by and they're like, oh, my husband. Like that, you're like, wait a minute. What's going on? Did you just call me Chandra? Am I supposed to be Sandra? Oh my God! You didn't tell me. We didn't do a skit. I don't know what's going on. Oh my God. This is weird. So it's just like, no, but if I'm talking to you and then your wife passed by and you're like, oh, you'll never guess what she said. You know what I mean? And then I say something. I'm like, hey girl, how you doing? You know what I mean? Like, so that's because I have one of my friends. We're very, very, very close. And I literally like, he'll be like, I'm taking you out. I can't deal with you right now. Like, let's go to dinner. And that's my friend's husband. And she knows. It was actually a one time that he's like, I'm kind of annoyed that you don't get annoyed that I go out with Tamar. Like, it's kind of annoying, actually. Like, totally like why? Like, it's kind of like, I don't get it. Like, you don't even like, I'll be like, oh, I'm going out with Tamar. And you're like, oh, okay. Have fun. And she was like, honestly, probably because I trust her more than you.
But that's so much security, though, to be like, oh, okay, have fun. Like, that's so much, but like, that's security in you. Like, you've created a platform where she feels so comfortable to send her best person out with you, and it can be the opposite sex, and she's like, doesn't even back, like, all right, I'm going to bed. Mm-hmm. Like, that's amazing. Well, okay, so the girls that don't portray that security for their friends, like, what do you think that they need to do better or do more in order for their friends to entrust something like that? Because you have something.
They don't have to. Yeah, they don't have to. This is your man. You do what you want. If you don't want your friends being close to them, you are 100% in your right for that. And you are 100% in your right to tell me that you don't want that. And I have to respect that as your friend. And I have to trust that as your friend. I don't know. Everyone has little things in their lives that trigger them or trauma where that's very hard for them. And as a friend, you have to trust that. And no matter how, be like, oh, you don't trust me? No, if you have trust issues, you have trust issues. It is what it is. I can't be upset because you don't trust me, like, or there's something underlying under there. So honestly, if that's the way the person feels, you just have to respect it. It is what it is. If I need to give your man a handshake every time I see him because you don't want me hugging him, I'm not going to hug him or wave.
Okay. And I feel as though if that bothers you, you need to figure out why. I'm not saying that you're wrong. Yeah. But if the fact that, okay, I don't trust you around my husband, okay, that makes me super upset, or that, figure out why. Like, are you saying that you don't trust me? And have that conversation to figure out what it's rooted in. Because you could take that offensively when it's that person's triggers. It has nothing to do essentially with you. Just like, I don't trust any woman around my husband. It's not just you. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people will hold that as resentment. But like, you don't need to. Just have the conversation. You can figure out why, you know?
I also think that you need to be secure in yourself as well. Yeah. And you have to say, I know me. And I know it has nothing to do with me. I have not done anything. So if that's how she feels, that's how she feels. Yeah. I'm at a point in my age right now where I'm very confident in who I am. And I know who I am to the core. And if someone feels a type of way, they have every right to feel that way. Mm-hmm. But I'm not going to go crazy in my brain with my little anxiety button and say, oh my God, is it me? Is it me? Does she think that wait, well, last time he needed a piece of bread, I gave him a piece of bread. Maybe it's the way I sliced it and maybe that's the way. Like, no. We're not going to do that.
Oh my God.
I know me. And I know how I respect marriage. I respect people. And I know I would never go that route ever. So if you feel a type of way, I know that's you. That's not me. That's not me. I'm being my 100%. That's one thing my friends can tell you. I am 100% myself. Whatever I think, I say out loud. It gets me in trouble sometimes, but I do. There's nothing behind the mask. You see what you get with me. I say it out loud and proud. And I take
freedom in that.
It is. It's a great right now, currently in my life. I'm so happy. Yeah, I feel 100% myself, and I just feel like I'm me. And I'm at a point where it's just like, you love me, you like me, you don't. It's okay.
It's okay.
It's all right.
Honestly, it's all right. That, like, where you are right now, where you've gotten, I think that, like, once everyone realizes that is the most freedom that you will feel, then it, like, pushes out the walls. It shatters the ceiling. It drops the floor, and you have it all.
Literally.
You just have to get there and realize that this is me. I'm okay with who I am. I have confidence in who I am, and I'm going to walk through the world in that fashion.
100%.
And then when people say, hey, I'm not comfortable with you being around my husband, you're like, okay, that's fine. Because that has nothing to do, you realize that has nothing to do with me. Yeah. I don't need to pry. I don't need to ask you a million questions. I don't need to, because girl, that have nothing to do with me.
That's going to drive you crazy.
Insane.
Every single time. Because at the end of the day, I remember one guy I was reading about, and he was just saying how there was this lady that was talking. She was like, yeah, I don't trust no one. He was like, you should not. You should trust yourself. Mm-hmm. That's who you need to trust. You need to trust yourself where if there's a situation you don't like it, you're going to pull yourself out of it. Trust yourself where if something happens here, you're not automatically thinking it has something to do with you. Yes. Trust you. Once you trust you, you're good to go. And it's going to be very hard for people to affect you the way that they do. Now, of course, we all have our days. So it's not always going to be smooth sailing. But at the same time, for the most part, you'll go back. And that's why it's a lot of building yourself, understanding yourself. It's a lot of work.
It's work, yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work just understanding who you are and confronting yourself. And really trying to say, okay, this is what I need to work on. This is what I need to get better at. And like I said, there's so many little things that from your past, that things that you don't even think affect you until like a smell or a song and you're like, oh, that hurts a little bit. I didn't think that was still messing me up. You know, I thought I got over that. And you're like, nope, these are tears. Yep, they're it's coming. Yep. Sadness, I need you to go back in. Just for a minute, I'm at a conference. We can do this at home with my wine. I would appreciate it. Just give me, I just need, what is that little, there's like this meme where it shows you like a mom having like a, she's having like a, what do you call those? Like an anxiety, not even anxiety, a meltdown. And then one of her kids come up to her and ask her for milk. And she's like, 1 second, honey. I'll go get it for you. Yo, and that's one thing with kids and stuff, you can't like, you don't have time to like sit and be like, let me sit in my sadness. Literally. And let me just take it. No. Like, Mom, what's wrong with you?
Literally, like, I need juice. Just having a mental breakdown.
Nothing at all.
No big deal. One of my favorite gymnasts that I follow, she like has 2 kids now, and there is a video of like her like walking into the living room and her kids asking her questions. She's walking to the living room and talking. She like prances a little bit, rolls her ankle, falls on her back. The kid's still talking. She's still answering. The kid's like, okay, I need this. She's going through all these emotions, laying on her back. You can see her in pain. She hops up. She's like, okay, I'm going to go get it.
Literally.
Rolled your ankle.
Yeah. Like, you gotta that's literally like perfect for life. Because that's how life is. Life keeps lifing.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't want to be life today? You didn't want to, sounds like a personal problem. I have an agenda today. And I'm sticking to it.
So you're going to get a flat first. And you're going to be 23 minutes late for work. Then your boss is going to be super annoying this morning.
Like the whole time. Yep.
Like.
Yep. Yeah. And we're going to embarrass you in front of 16 people on Zoom.
Oh my gosh, Tamar. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Absolutely.
We have to wrap this up, unfortunately.
Oh, yes.
So in closing, is there anything that you want to say to the people about, I want to end this on, is there anything you want to say to the people about like being secure in their self and self-security where they don't even have to worry or really even have the insecurity that comes with
anything?
The insecurity that comes with self-doubt, the insecurities that,
that's a huge thing right now, self-doubt.
Yeah. What would you say to them?
What would I say? I would probably say it's just those quiet moments that we're all, I think, afraid of. You gotta go into them and take them in. Those dark moments that we're afraid, go through it. That's the only way. It's unfortunate, but literally for you to get better, you need to go through your darkest times. And once you go through those darkest times, you're like, oh, I'm alive. I didn't die.
That didn't kill me. Crazy.
It's not fun. It's hard. There are some really, really tough things that you have to go through and say, okay, you have to face and accept. But that's the only thing I can say. Go through the fears. Go through the fears. That's the only way. Through that trauma, getting through it and just realizing that it's not the end of the day. What does Kelly say? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That is a true testament. Like, I didn't realize how true it was till the past 2 years of my life. And at the end of the day, I think that the comedians had like a huge thing. It was like all of them, Jamie, all of them. And they said it, this too shall pass. That's what you have. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's my favorite quote.
Is it? It's really true though.
Yes.
You have to notice that in that moment, this feels like the worst thing on the planet. But in 2 days,
just give it 2
days.
days.
Just give it 2 days.
And
you're going to ask yourself like, really? Did I really just give all my energy to that little moment?
Yeah.
And it was nothing. Mm-hmm. That worry, all that type of stuff. What is it? They say worry's like rocking on a rocking chair, expecting to go somewhere.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So it's just like, there's so many little moments of our lives. And sometimes we give too much attention to that one moment and let it define us and let it control us and let it be like the biggest. No, it's not. You are going to lose friends. You are going to gain friends. You are going to go through some hard times in every part of your life. And you just have to take it for what it is and keep moving.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's a perfect yes. And that's 100% true. Yes.
Yeah.
Take it for what it is and keep it moving.
Yeah.
You have to.
There's nothing else you can do. Because life will always
keep lifing. It's gonna keep like the mills.
Yo, exactly. Never.
Just like life.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Or the gallon of milk that my kids keep drinking. I just bought it yesterday. It makes no sense. But anyways.
Prices too, like damn. Y'all don't know how much.
No, they don't want us to eat. They said, you know what? We're gonna starve them to death. We're gonna starve. They can't afford it. What are you gonna do? They're not gonna do anything. They're just gonna starve them. That's their goal in life.
Yo. Oh gosh. On that note, we're gonna close out, you guys. Thank you so much for watching if you watched. Thanks for listening if you listened. Tamar, I have to say thank you so much. You have to come back.
Absolutely.
Like, not even, this isn't a question. So we'll talk about when.
Okay.
You guys will see Tamar back again.
Absolutely.
On that note, you guys, I'm gonna say bye. I'm Cass. This is Tamar.
Nice to